Welcome back to Lazy Acres YouTube. I bought this mountain retreat to disconnect from the world. There is no cell signal here. No Facebook, no YouTube, no 24-hour news cycle. Who needs internet? Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. Thousands of generations didn't need internet, so I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely do not need it.
I need it!
I've noticed that if I sit on top of this decomposing bulldozer, or near that decomposing old Kenworth up the hill, or that decomposing Jeep Gladiator, I can get some solid LTE, like a bar. So, in the interest of communicating with my family, checking the weather, and checking in on how Lily Phillips is recovering, all I need is some way to relay that signal down into my bangin' 1986 Corsair travel trailer. Here's the current situation. This is one window where on the right day of the week, if the moon is phased perfectly and the wind is coming from the southwest, I can sometimes get a text message out to my wife. So that's 2.5 megabytes download speed. And the upload test failed completely. So I went on Amazon and I found this. It's a cell phone booster for all carriers, up to 2,000 square foot cell signal booster, display screen, high power outdoor receiving antenna for 5G, 4G, 3G, LTE, app service plus install, FCC approved thing. Looks like a scam to me, but I've never been afraid to waste money on ill-advised junk. I'm going to go through the unboxing, the setup, and then of course an objective test to see if I can harness some of that space magic and relay it into the 20-foot Faraday cage I've been living in up here. Left my polypropylene at home. Of course, it comes with the Google Trans-rated manual. According to FCC policies, you're supposed to register cell boosters with your wireless carrier. Since I have a work phone and a personal phone on two different carriers, I'm breaking the rules twice, and I am therefore exempt under double jeopardy. Gonna hang on to that. You get 3 sets of coax cables, medium length to go from your window to the inside antenna, and cable grande to go from the outside antenna to your window. Here's the internal antenna. Heftier than I was expecting. Power cord. This little shielded crush-proof cable is the one that goes under your window, connecting the other two together. And of course, the external antenna. Rather than supplying waterproof connectors, they give you some of this stretchy, sticky black rubber tape stuff. The idea is you wrap it around the connectors, and that prevents water intrusion and protects the connection for, well, the life of the warranty period. Here's the AC-DC adapter. The system actually runs on 12 volts DC, which is convenient given my application. I may hack this later to run off my solar system in the future, but for now, we've got antennas to mount. Hardware included. All the fun of peeling sunburn with none of the vitamin D. Look at my complexion. I look like Nosferatu. I think this is intended to mount to your service entrance conduit or a flagpole or something, or your TV antenna. I only have trees. But the previous owner left enough debris up here, I should be able to redneck something up. There we go. Stupid thing. The ratchet's busted. With temperatures in the single digits, maybe I can just, Ow! Alright, I'm done playing. I have a positively crippling fear of heights, so I'm going to get as high as I can, and then when it kicks in, I'm going to go up to the top. It's directional, so I need to mount it in such a way that I can aim it, which is why I couldn't just simply nail it to this beautiful North American whatever it is. Hello, gravity, my old nemesis. Heights and the open ocean. I have the fat content of skim milk, so if I fall or drown, either way I'm going down like a rock. You got this. I'm a big brave dog. I'm a big brave dog. I'm a big brave dog. Can't feel my fingers anymore. Hey Siri, what temperature does frostbite set in? Oh, shoot, that's right. No internet. Cold weather pliability of this black sticky tape stuff. 5 stars. I will not be using that short, crush-proof cable to go under my window. This is my trick. I replaced my propane-powered ammonia dispenser with a regular electric mini fridge, which left this covered exhaust vent available for insertion of all kinds of things. My solar panel wires run through here, and now so will this. Shove some fiberglass insulation in the hole, and bingo bango, you're off to the races. I can never figure out these hatches. There we go. Back in the relative warmth. It powered up. I don't know why I'm always so surprised. I have questions for people who live where it regularly gets to single digits. Why am I bleeding? Also, is it normal for dish soap to freeze solid? Is that because I got this from Dollar General? It's probably because I got it from Dollar General. Now I need to know which way to point it. There's a couple apps you can download that supposedly do that, but I'm losing light, and I told my wife I'd be heading out about 10 minutes ago, so I'm going to use the app specified in the instructions to remote monitor the signal strength on my antenna and just eyeball it. I'm pointing it towards the bulldozer, which is also the direction town is in. Probably not a coincidence. The bottom right display here is the one I'm focusing on because I have Verizon for my personal phone. Yeah, doing pretty well in life. That's better. I'll come back and fine-tune this when it warms up and my testicles drop back down. Full bars. Of course, signal strength does not necessarily imply signal quality, so let's redo that speed test. Latency is the time in milliseconds it takes to contact a tower. That shouldn't change. Wow! Download went up to 12.5 megabytes. And 2.9 up, hey! That's almost 2,900,000 bits, which is 2,900,000 more than I had before. I can't play Call of Duty like this, but before I couldn't even sound out a text. And now look, I'm streaming awesome content in stunning, lag-free 480p. I'm gonna go see if I can fine-tune my antenna. You might be wondering how a cell booster can possibly increase internet speed in there, above even what I could get outside on top of my bulldozer. It's like water from a stone, right? I have my theory, but hold on tight, because I'm not an expert on the electromagnetic spectrum, networking, and I'm definitely not a radiologist. I think it's like talking to my pop-up, who blew his eardrums out back in the Army. He can hear me, but I'm competing with traffic rolling by, the kids crying in the other room, and the Eagles game blaring on the TV. Go Birds. But if I call him on the phone, he can hear me fine. I'm not speaking louder, I'm not sending any more information, but he can hear it over all the noise. The communication is focused. That's the beauty of a directional antenna. It's focused on one tower, cutting out all the noise that your phone's non-directional antenna has to deal with. And if you relay the signal into a Faraday cage camper, it eliminates the noise even more. Less noise doesn't mean more signal strength, but it does mean more signal quality. You can scoff at the results of my speed test if you want, but it's completely usable signal and, frankly, better than what I get in parts of Philly. These boosters, they don't work miracles, but they sure as hell do work. I do wonder how much of my traffic is being monitored by the Chinese government.